Hey yo, man, what is up, everybody, man? Y'all read the title? But before we go any further, I want y'all to do something real quick for me. It's not going to take long at all. It's pretty easy, it's real simple. All you have to do, man, is go down, hit that like button, hit that share button, and hit that subscribe button. We're also on the road to 2,000 subscribers, so that would be awesome if we can complete that goal. But hey man, listen, over here it's nothing but positive vibes, all right? There's enough negativity going, everywhere else. So over here it's just good vibes. Nothing bad, all right? But enough of that. We got all that out the way. Let's talk some Scream, all right? And if you haven't seen my Scream 1 and Scream 2 reviews, man, go check those out. There should be a playlist for those, so go check those out. I reviewed those like a while back, and I'm sorry it's taken me so long to review Scream 3. There's a reason for that. I'm not really that big of a fan of Scream 3, but it's been a minute since I've seen Scream 3, so hopefully this latest rewatch, maybe I would like it better. And I guess you'll just have to continue to watch the video to see if I liked it better. Alright, but let's talk about this movie. So Scream 3, man. Where do I start? This movie came out in the year 2000. I was in kindergarten when this came out, or I was on my way to kindergarten when this came out. It's making me feel real old right now, but yeah. And it was directed by the great Wes Craven, man. Rest in peace to the great Wes Craven. Thank you for all of, the content that you've given us over these years. And hopefully with Scream 5 coming up next year, hopefully they do it justice. Unfortunately for Scream 3, this wasn't really that great in my opinion. But let's, So they take this movie to Hollywood. They're making a movie. It's called Stab 3. And, they're shooting it on this, this lot. And, pretty much, man, the killer is literally taking out the whole cast in the order of the screenplay. And now, while that sounds pretty damn awesome on paper, this was not. And I'm not sure what happened behind the scenes. I don't know if there was like a studio meddling, because that's always happening, man, with these movies. The studio always gets involved and they screw up anything that the creator, had envisioned for the movie, had originally envisioned for the movie. So, there probably was some studio meddling, and that's probably why this movie didn't, hit as great as the first one or the second one. I know there's some people that do like this movie, and that's good for you. I'll never knock somebody for liking something. We all have an opinion. Like I said, man, film is subjective, all right? People get on Twitter and argue about movies all the time. People will call you dumb for liking this movie or dumb for not liking this movie, man. At the end of the day, film is subjective. And if you like something, man, that's cool for you. Scream 3, I did not like. But if you liked it, man, I'm happy you liked it. I just felt like this movie could have been so much more. It could have been so much more epic, and just wasn't. And this was supposed to be the finale. At the time, this was supposed to be the big finale, and they just really messed up big time. And yeah, so let me know if you know the behind the scenes stuff. Like, was there studio meddling? And I won't be surprised if there was. But yeah, man. Scream 3, this movie was more of a comedy. This movie had more comedy than like horror. And, that's the big problem, man. That's a big problem. It's a more of a comedy than a slasher horror film. And, there's a cameo in this movie that just didn't fit at all. Like, I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it before. If you haven't seen it before and you want to check it out, go check it out, man. And if you have seen it before, you know which cameo I'm talking about. Yeah, it was a really weird cameo, man. And when you see it for the first time, it's like something that you don't expect, and it's weird. It's weird as hell, but yeah, like the comedy just did not hit in this movie at all. The music score did not hit at all. It was not that good at all. It's like, I don't know, a lot was just missing from this movie. And I gotta say, man, another weak point of this movie, man, has to be the kills. There was no epic kills in this movie. The kills are pretty lame, if you ask me. They just didn't do it for me at all. And the characters, the only characters that you really give a damn about in this movie is Sidney Prescott. Everybody else, like, I couldn't care if they lived or got slashed. I really don't care. I mean, besides, Dewey and I guess, whatever her name is, Gail, with the terrible hair, the terrible bangs, man. Like, I don't know who greenlit those bangs, but they should have been fired on the spot. They were terrible. But yeah, man. Yeah, I just did not like this movie. I mean, it's watchable. I mean, you can sit down and watch it or whatever, but like, if you're a fan of the franchise, if you're a fan of the first and second movie, man, you would expect something more better, and just didn't happen here. And we got to talk about the killer reveal, because Jesus Christ, man, makes me mad every time I think about this, man. First off, I hated it, all right? And every time I watch this movie, I just say to myself, like, this could have been so much more epic if the killer ended up being Stu, played by Matthew Lillard. I feel like they could have did so much better with that. Now, I know he technically died in the first movie, but it's movies, man. You could have found a way to bring him back. And yeah, I mean, come on, man. It would have been cool, man. Or it could have been Jamie Kennedy's character. I mean, you could have found a way to make him the killer. I don't know. I know he died in the second one. Spoiler alert. Sorry for that. But I'm sorry for that spoiler alert. But I'm pretty sure most of y'all probably already saw him anyway. So, and if you didn't, don't get mad at me. Still go watch him, because the first one is a masterpiece in its own, man. And the second one is pretty good. So go watch those still. All right. But sorry for the spoilers. I got a little ahead of myself. I'm sorry there. But yeah. But they could have found a way to bring back Matthew Lillard. They really could have. But anyway, man, Scream 3 was supposed to be the big finale. And the reveal of the killer was just awful, man. It was awful. It felt rushed. It really did feel like that there was studio meddling. And I mean, bro, they just could have did so much better. But whatever. Yeah. It's not a lot of things that I like about this movie, man. It's really not. Like, the kills were not good at all. The chase scenes there was a few chase scenes that were cool. With Sidney. But there's a certain scene that I like also. Where everybody's at this house or whatever, and the lights go out and the voice machine and all that stuff. That was cool. But other than that, man, I don't know. I don't care for it. I don't care for it. So my rating for Scream 3 is a solid 2.5 out of 5. All right. That's what I think about Scream 3. Yeah, it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite at all. I just could have been so much more. And that's what's really disappointing about it. So luckily when this came out, I was, like 5 years old or whatever. So I didn't really know that much about movies and stuff like that to be saying, whether it's good or not. I just watched movies, and if I liked it, I liked it. If I didn't, I just moved on to the next thing, man. But if I was the age I am now, I would have been like heated, bro. Especially when it was supposed to be the big finale. I would have been heated, but it's not the finale, and we're getting another movie next year. And I want to know what y'all think about that. Do y'all think that they should have made a Scream 5 without Wes Craven? Do you think it's going to be good? Who do you think is going to be the killer? I'm going to talk about a lot of that in future videos. Because I have my own predictions on what's going to happen in this movie and probably what should and shouldn't happen. But let me know if you're excited for that. And did you like Scream 3 or did you not like it? Do you share the same opinions that I share with this movie? And yeah, man, let's talk about this in the comment section down below. Let's go.